Tuesday morning quarterback. Dominic Sue is a douchebag. The Colts finally decided to draft a QB, and the top playoff contenders emerge. Go Steelers!
Let's go. All right, welcome to this edition of Tuesday Morning Quarterback. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Joe.
We're at one of our favorite sports bars here in West Hollywood, checking out the games, interacting with some fans. A lot of important and interesting stuff going on in the NFL this week, but I think the number one story has to be in Dominic Sue. Sue, is that how you say the guy's name?
I always like to say Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. I think people ought to just call him dumbass, because what the guy did in the game, that was just plain stupid. And to come out afterwards and talking about, I didn't stomp on the guy, but I stomped on the guy trying to catch my balance, and then invoking the man, I know what I did, and the man upstairs knows what I did. The man upstairs knows you're a damn liar. The man upstairs knows. I think I've always thought the guy's a bit of a dirty player, and he just came out last week and absolutely proved it.
I think the man upstairs is his agent, and they're trying to make him the most vilified person in the NFL for more endorsement money. So I think it's totally...
You think he's trying to make himself a bad guy?
It's a total ploy to be a bad guy.
Like pro wrestling.
You can make money being hated in the USA.
He's the Macho Man Savage of the NFL.
Most definitely.
I don't know. I think that he's just a dirty player, and he's got a lot of growing up to do. Is basically what the problem is. But we'll get out and see what some of these other things think. Right? So another big story coming out this week is that the Colts have come out and said they're going to draft a quarterback in the next draft. So what do you think that means for Peyton Manning? Is he done in Indy?
Oh yeah, there's no question. Peyton Manning's done, and they're going to have Luck start.
Well, I think if they draft Luck, I mean, I think they should draft Luck, same as you. But I think Painter's a decent quarterback, and they ought to draft Luck and trade him off for as many people as they can. Pull off a Herschel Walker trade.
Colts fans, are you really excited about Curtis Painter being your starting quarterback next year?
He looks good today.
Probably not.
They're in a shootout with Carolina right now. I think he looks pretty good. But, I mean, a lot of different ways to go there, but we'll see. Hopefully we'll find some Colts fans up in here and see what they can tell us about it. Then we got a lot of playoff contenders as well who looked hot early in the season, starting to fade, might not make the playoffs at all, may not even be a wild card. You know, the Bills are that way, the Jets, you know, who else? The Giants are starting to fade, which is great because I'm a Cowboys fan. My one prediction earlier in the year was that the Cowboys were going to win the NFC East. And it's looking like I'm a pretty smart guy right now.
Right. And it was awesome on Thanksgiving when the Dolphins almost got you all. I mean that was a trip.
Almost doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah.
You do not win close games, all right? And good teams win those close games. So they've had two close ones in a row, and they pulled it out. So how about your Broncos, though? We're going to see what they've got going on here a little later. If the Raiders go down to the Bears, the Broncos win to the Chargers, they'll be in first place. You think they can beat the Chargers? I do.
I think they can beat the Chargers, and I'll be the first to say that none of us Broncos fans saw this coming, okay? I just wanted to see a better record than last year.
He just wins games. Isn't that what they keep saying? That's the only stat that counts.
He's a winner, and as much as people hate him, it's the fact.
But Elway's not behind him yet. He won't come out and John Fox just keeps throwing him under the table week after week. I can't believe the things that guy says in press conference.
Well, I mean, if Elway or Fox, honestly, I'm just gonna say this. I'm a fan, and I know people right now. Elway and Fox both get a lot of flack and since they're not 100% behind Tebow, but I think you have to be an idiot to be like, oh yeah, that's our quarterback right now.
Well, I don't know if you say he's the quarterback for a future, but yeah. you show support for him now.
Yeah, show support. And I don't think Elway and Fox are not showing. They're not showing support for Tebow. They're just basically not saying we're not sold that he's the franchise quarterback and he's the savior.
I think they're talking out of both sides of the mouth, personally. We'll see some other folks up in here think, all right? So we're gonna talk to some fans.
Let's do this.
Got Allison here. Show me your shirt, Allison. What does it say? I heard football, and then you got the Buffalo in there. You're obviously a Buffalo Bills fan.
Yes.
Did you watch the game earlier?
I did. I watched The Shame earlier.
The Shame. You felt it was shameful.
Well, it was a really good game.
It was close.
But at the end, God, what a nail biter that was.
It was a nail biter. You dropped like 3 passes right in the end zone.
Johnson, I know.
We were sitting over there. We were screaming ourselves. We're not even Buffalo or Jets fans.
I know.
It was an intense game.
It was very intense.
How do you feel the season's going as a whole?
God, we started out so strong. We were like 4-1.
You were on a run, right?
I had bragging rights for a little while, and then I just started getting quieter.
It's kind of tanking, kind of going downhill, isn't it?
I know. Well, when we lost to Miami, I think that was a real low point. We didn't only lose to them, we got crushed.
How about that loss to the Cowboys?
Okay, well, how about that win against the Patriots?
That was a good one. Yeah, but
awesome.
what was it, like 4 picks or something in that game?
Well, whatever, we won. Hey, you know, it's all about the W.
And we're both Saints fans,
Yeah.
and then you are...
I just love Tom
Patriots fan of more Tom Brady.
Picks their players based on how they look.
Well, here's a question I want to know about, like, for the Saints, right? You all have a good squad. Nobody's talking about the Saints this year. They always somehow, I love that. How do you all manage to stay under the radar? Is it just like a location? Is it a market thing? In terms of, like, what is that? I mean, you see what?
It's called a fluke.
It's a fluke.
The Saints have never been consistently good. So no one wants to believe.
We've always been the joke of the league until 2009, and now we're the real deal.
All right, Jules, obviously you're a Vikings fan.
Yep.
Yeah, how'd they do today?
Better than expected, but didn't quite pull it out in the end.
You don't sound like you're from Minnesota.
I'm not from Minnesota.
Where are you from?
I'm from London.
London. How do you get to be a Vikings fan from London?
I was bought a t-shirt when I was like 11, and it was a Vikings t-shirt, and I didn't really know what football was, and then they started showing it in the UK, and I was like, oh, that's my team.
That's your team, so you're just a fan of purple.
Yeah, but, well, it was actually a red sweatshirt with like purple stripes, and then some knockoff bullshit.
However fans come, I'm sure the NFL is willing to take them anyway.
Absolutely.
So are you just a fan of the Vikings, or do you like the NFL in general?
I like the NFL in general, but I'm more of a Vikings fan. I did play fantasy for a couple of years, and then I followed everything.
I don't like it either. It's my first year, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's a lot of time.
What about Indomitian Sue? What's going on with you? Like what's
I think I love watching him. I think I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because I like him.
I was too, up front, but
he plays angry. Like I like that, but
he plays
just
dirty.
Like now it's just kind of tipped over the line.
That was dirty.
Yeah, it was really dirty.
Right. But you with Sandy. And Sandy, which team are you rooting for today?
The Houston Texans.
Houston Texans. What's going on in your game right now?
We're winning, of course.
You're winning, of course.
Finally, after 11 seasons.
I know Schaub was out, and I just saw Matt Leinart in a sling. What's going on?
He just got hurt. He got hit.
So, who are you starting now? Who's your third
Actually,
string?
it looked to me like he threw the ball down and grounded the ball, and they hit him anyway.
Grounded the ball. Did they get a penalty for that?
Yes.
And why are you a Texans fan?
Why? I live in Houston.
You live in Houston.
I have phenomenal seats in the stadium.
Oh, do you? You have season tickets?
Oh, yes.
Well, they're in Jacksonville now, so you're not missing a game.
That's right.
That's right. So what are you doing out in L.A.?
I'm seeing my daughter, Nikisha.
Nikisha, how you doing? You guys are fans of hats.
Oh, yes. I love them.